All right, guys, I'm back. Welcome back to the Alvar Sports Podcast. My name is Gogo. I have some NFL stuff, some boxing, some NHL. Not really a lot of stuff for NHL, but also NBA. I was just watching Memphis Grizzlies versus the Heat. John Morant pulled off a freaking not a lucky shot, but he got that shot to go in, and the Memphis Grizzlies were able to win. So earlier today, Geno Smith finally got his contract extension with the Raiders. It's looking like it's 2 years, $66 million guaranteed. Geno will be on. He'll be making, I guess, average quarterback money, which he's ranked like 16th or 17th between Derek Carr and Sam Darnold. So that's good for the Raiders. Obviously, in this quarterback class, it's not the strongest draft class for quarterbacks. It's not the strongest. So good for the Raiders. Just traded a third for Geno and pretty much paid Geno not that much money, honestly. It's looking good. Now with that, getting Geno situated, maybe the Raiders don't have to force the quarterback situation. But it can be like the Falcons situation where the Falcons gave Kirk Cousins a lot of money and yet they still drafted a quarterback. So we never know with the draft, but we'll see what the Raiders go. Hopefully, with that being the case, maybe they can trade out, acquire more capital, build up the offensive line. I know last year they did take a center and a right tackle last year's draft, and they played good. But I think if you have a right tackle that's available in this draft and you feel that he's an upgrade than your other right tackle, I think it's best to upgrade that position. So with that being said, I think if the Raiders would to draft a right tackle, I think their offensive line would be solidified, at least for the time being. But it will look better, especially for Geno, because if you watched last season for Geno, he was getting his ass kicked by the offensive line of the Seahawks where he had no time. But yet he was able still to complete some passes. So good for Geno. And good for the Raiders. And good for Tom for getting this thing done. Wanted to hit on something my dad was telling me earlier today about his boy Hunter Renfrow. So I guess Hunter worked out, I think it was like 2 weeks ago for the Raiders. He was doing a tryout. And I guess Spytech was saying we're just checking on him, see if he still has, and apparently he does. I guess he still has it in him that he wants to play. He did take a year off, which kind of surprising when I know one of my boys, Aaron, he wanted Hunter on the Chiefs. He said he would have been a lot better with the Chiefs, but obviously Hunter took the year off. So with that being said, Hunter did have, when he was with Josh McDaniels, it seems like anybody that played for Josh McDaniels with the Raiders had a freaking terrible year or season. I think it was like 2 seasons with. So everyone was just down in the freaking doghouse. So even Darren Waller with his production, I know he had his injuries, but with John Gruden had Hunter and Darren, they were balling out. So maybe Hunter feels like he has juice left. Maybe he'll join the Raiders after the draft. Most likely he'll probably, if he does join the Raiders, it'll be after the draft, and he'll probably be a camp body. He'll be competing with maybe a rookie for a spot on the team. So hopefully he comes back. When he did play good, he was one of those top wide receivers that can make DB's ankles break. Like he was making people slide all over the damn place. So maybe he can get that juice back, hopefully. He's only 29, so he's still young. So, yeah. Joe Milton. Joe Milton was with the Patriots. He was drafted last season. He was traded this morning to the Cowboys. Patriots got a fifth, and they sent Joe and a seventh-round pick to the Cowboys. So obviously the Cowboys need a backup because Cooper Rush is no longer there. So Dak has a backup. And so, good for the Cowboys, I guess. If you guys don't know who Joe Milton is, this dude has a freaking cannon. Like, he has a bigger arm than Anthony Richardson. But like every other quarterback that has a big arm, they can't hit anything intermediate. So he's just probably going to be a backup. I know some people in the national media saying, "Oh, he's going to start over Dak Prescott. He's going to be the number one." Come on, please, bro. Don't start with that. You think the Cowboys are going to sit Dak? Dak is making $60 million a season. There's no way in hell the Cowboys are going to sit him. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that trade. Another thing that happened today: Trey McBride. This guy, tight end for the Cardinals. If you guys don't know him, and if you play fantasy football, you pretty much know him. This guy will catch any damn ball. So he gets a 4-year deal, $76 million. He's pretty much Kyler Murray's security blanket. Like, wherever Kyler throws a damn ball, this guy somehow manages to catch the damn ball. So, hell of a player. Congratulations on him. He becomes the highest paid tight end. He's making more than Travis Kelce. Obviously, with Travis Kelce, last year was pretty much a down season for him. But good for Trey McBride. So, anybody that's going to be anybody that's coming up for a contract extension is probably going to have to pass Trey McBride. So, money-wise. And then another thing, Jahmyr Gibbs, he switched his number to 0. He was originally 26. This is getting freaking annoying. It seems like every offseason somebody's switching one number or a different number. Like, can we just stick with the freaking one original number instead of switching a 0 to 2? Like, come on, man. It gets annoying and repetitive. So that's all the NFL stuff I have for you. NBA. So the NBA, we have Warriors versus Lakers. This matchup should be very competitive. It's probably going to feel like a playoff game. LeBron versus Steph Curry. We all know what that narrative is. So this should be a very fun competitive game. I look forward to it. I think it's it just started actually. Lakers are up. But yeah, this game should be fun. Defense, and Curry just hit a 3. Yeah, oh no, Pods hit a 3. But this game should be very competitive, and I like games I like when we get closer to playoffs, games become tighter. None of these BS freaking foul calls are being called, so that's good. I want to talk about New Orleans Pelicans. I know it's a small team, but honestly, they have shut down C.J. McCollum and Zion Williamson. I have no problem with C.J. McCollum. He is what he is. He was with the Portland Trailblazers, and he did his thing over there with Damian Lillard. I have an issue with Zion Williamson. This guy has been a truly disappointment. I remember when he was playing at Duke, the whole hype thing, and I bought into the hype, unfortunately. A lot of people were saying this guy's going to be the next LeBron James, the next Michael Jordan. This guy hasn't even become remotely close to these guys. And it's been honestly very disappointing. He's always hurt. And then the Pelicans gave him a max contract, which if you look at the max contract, is basically if he gets hurt, then there's no guaranteed money or something like that. So, honestly, hopefully at the end of the season, they just kick that dude to the side and trade him to a different team. Maybe he goes to the Lakers. I remember the Lakers were really interested in him. So maybe if he goes with the Lakers, it'll be better, especially with Luka and LeBron. It'll be a good squad. But if he can stay healthy, obviously. Kevin Durant. Apparently, there was 5 teams interested in Kevin Durant. Now, all of these 5 teams, I don't know why the Suns couldn't struck a deal for whatever reason. Apparently, the Miami Heat, the New York Knicks, which Miami Heat was, New York Knicks, I don't know why you would want to play for Tom Thibodeau. That guy, no offense, but he's a very overrated coach. Minnesota Timberwolves. San Antonio Spurs, and the Houston Rockets. Before Wemby got hurt, I think if he would have joined the Spurs, that would have been a hell of a squad to watch play, especially with Fox over there too. So that would have been a hell of a watch. NHL, we have a game going on right now. Jets versus Golden Knights. The Jets have the best record in the Western Conference. So and the Knights, yep, this game should be good too. I think if the Knights win, they would sweep the Jets, but let's see how it goes. I love hockey, especially at this time. Same thing like the NBA. We're getting close to the end of the season, so games become more tighter, more important, and a lot of fights in hockey. It's very entertaining. Some boxing stuff. So Top Rank has a match. Richard Torres versus Guido Venanello. My botch his name, but I'm sorry. If you guys don't know who Richard Torres is, this guy knocks out everybody. He fights in the heavyweight division, and he's still young. He has 11 knockouts. Supposedly this match will be tougher, but Richard has pretty much knocked out everyone he has met in the ring. And if you've seen Richard, he has sent a couple fighters to the hospital just from vicious knockouts. So I think, obviously, if it's a heavyweight match, we're going to expect a knockout. So I have Richard Torres winning by knockout. The guy, hopefully they keep giving him tougher fighters so he can keep getting better. Because I like Richard Torres. Abdullah Mason versus Carlos Ornas. If you guys don't know who Abdullah Mason, he's a young kid. He's only 20. He has 15 knockouts. Same thing like Richard Torres. Another good boxer coming up the ranks. Look forward to that. I'm going to take Abdullah Mason by knockout as well. Anyways, guys, that's all I have for today. I'll try to see if I can do another one on Sunday. Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. God bless you all. Love you all.